So, should everything be coded in AI? No. And my argument is that in this time and age, that now AI is able to do everything that we can think of. But one of the argument that I make is that sometimes if you rely so much on AI, is that you are going to shut your brain when it comes to thinking and just become a applying rationalism as well as empiricism, because the most fundamental principle of how we get to develop this world is by not relying so much on something that is automated, because the brain is a living organ and therefore we should be able to apply critical thinking to everything. So this is a simple code. I just want to remind myself that um, I've actually come a long way to sort of like understand how to program, not because I have written code in AI form, but because sometimes I just feel like I have to challenge myself. And that this is the most important thing that we are missing in the world in AI. You know, when you're looking at AI and then everything is just everything is just like written, okay? Everything just written for you, and boom, you have whatever you want. Sometimes before you have to use an AI tool, I encourage everyone that we should be able to understand how the code works, how each and every single line is working. So this is a simple code, and this is object-oriented programming where we are thinking about a certain program, and then we infer it to like the real world kind of thing. So I have a class named fruit, and then I just wanna sort of like just print them. Okay, so once you have this, then I'm gonna say create a variable. So name dot self dot name equals to whatever name is self dot color equals to color. Okay. Now this means that on your left you have got a variable here, and then on the right that is the actual name or rather the value. Okay, because that's what I'm going to put there. Then from here I can just create a method, just say print, and just say print me. Okay, or if I want I can just say print fruit. Now remember that these are what we call um, so name is a property, okay, in OOP. Property or simply becomes the variable, okay, becomes the variable. Yeah, and then the other thing is that on line 7, this is a method. I just want to print each one of these, the property, the name and everything. Okay. So now here, all you have to do is just put in the self with that cell. Okay. So this self is sort of like carries everything, the property, the name property, as well as the color property. Now, once I do this, or I can just say is the print, um, I can just say maybe, maybe I can say print my fruit. Okay, my fruit is, so whatever the name of the fruit I'm going to assign. Then also, um, I like, let's just say, okay, and I like, okay, so I like, what's the name of the color I'm going to put? So self dot color. Okay, so self dot color. Okay. So this is how I learn to program. Most of the time I challenge myself, So just continue practicing, because that's the most fundamental thing that we need to do. Because if you don't practice, normally if you just people relying on artificial intelligence. Now, once this is a method, and also this is a method, okay? Now, the next thing is to create an object now. Okay. So in programming, we need to understand what every part of the program or the code means, so that even if I have a problem with that, it becomes very easy for me to just sort of like able to debug the code. Okay. So create an object variable, okay, that maps or wraps the class name, okay, which is hashtag the fruit. And then the other thing that I want to encourage each one of you that is watching is please make sure that whenever you're creating a class, and by the way, this is Python, so the first letter of the class name should be capitalized, so that we don't actually confuse them with the functions like here. Okay, so by definition, the function, everything is going to be lowercase. Okay, so now I'm going to do is I'm just going to say, okay, let's just say fruit. Okay, so I can create as many objects as I want. So I can say mango, okay, equals to, so the mango is equal to fruit. And then now I pass in. Now, so when I creating an object, so it becomes a variable. This is an object, and then I get now the name of the fruit, and then now I said that in the function, the initialization function. So I have to pass in the name. I also have to pass in the color. So I'm gonna pass in, like, let's say mango, just like I said there, and then also, the color of mango is yellow. So yellow is a string data tag. Okay, so now what's gonna happen is now I can just say now print mango, okay, dot name. Okay, so this will now give me this, okay? You get the point, come? So, and then for this one, let's print that one. So this is Sublime. So this is just gonna give me, let's say, mango. Okay, let's say mango, and mango dot color. Okay, so you can see that I have mango yellow, and then the fruit, the name of the fruit is mango, and then the color is yellow. Okay, so the other thing is say, so my fruit, I can say my fruit is that, and and color is that. Okay, so you can now see that my fruit is mango, okay, and color is yellow. Okay, so now how do we get to print this? Now I want to get this the print. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this mango, mango dot, okay, print, and then just do that. Okay, so my fruit is mango, and I like yellow. Okay, so you can see that I have two messages popping up. So let me just bring it back here, and then Yeah, so now on this part, now I'm just getting and this the function here. So since now the object here is already attached to this, and then now the other thing is that in the class I already passed in this sort of like the self variable. Now remember in some other cases that this self can be anything, can be me, okay? Um, okay, so it can be me. You can actually put it anything, okay? You can put it anything you want. Yeah, so me, that will have no problem. So me dot color, me dot name. Yeah, so once I pass it, but again, if we just make a mistake, let's say me, just deliberate mistake, then let's see how that gonna. So I'm gonna have a problem now. So it says name error. Okay, this is a name error. Mimi is not defined. Did you mean me here? Of course, that's what I meant. Okay, and everything just gonna work. Okay, so you can see that everything just works. Okay, so my fruit is mango, and I like yellow. Then on the first part is my fruit is mango and color is yellow. So the way programming works is that it works actually from top to down kind of a thing. So top down, so top down. So in that case, what we mean is that on line 13, this object, which wraps up the class fruit, is the one that's going to prompt up like line 15 here. So I'm gonna get the name of the fruit. Yeah, so just like that. Then I can pass in, I can also say guava, okay, guava, and then equals to this, and then just change a bit the actual value. So just saying just say guava. Then guava is sometimes green. Okay, so we can actually, so you must know what an object is and also what a class is. Okay, so I'm gonna say print print guava dot. So I'm gonna say guava dot name, okay, comma, then guava dot color. Okay. Okay, so you can see just guava there and green, but we can format this one by using string format by saying I like. Okay, so put them in this place orders bracket. So I like guavas. Okay, so we can do this. I like guavas too. And then also this, you can just say, but say the name of the color, but green is not ripe. Okay, so green is not ripe. Okay, so let's see how that's gonna turn out. Okay, let's see how that's gonna turn out. Okay, so I like Go too. So the syntax probably forgot a comma. Okay, so where is that? So line 17 here, and this is part. I tell you guys, the most important thing in computer programming is obviously be able to sort of like able to debug the code. So This is where the problem is under line 17. I'm gonna go there. So I like whatever that is. Okay, so I needed to remove this. Let's see if that's gonna work. So okay, I like guavas too. Okay, maybe I'm this bad English. So I like guavas too, but green is not right. So this is part of just the way I learn to program. Sometimes I read, I take note, and then just sort of like understand what is going on and everything. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. But of course, there's a video that is running up on my YouTube channel as well as TikTok account, where we are now looking at framework like a Flask in terms of database creation.